Hey guys, Day TV, I'm back again. I'm doing a surprise visit here. Didn't think I'd be doing a midpoint update on box number 8 since it was a customer wrapped box. I went ahead and started sifting through it, but out of the first 25 rolls, I've got a pile of coins here that are unique in their own type of way. So I'm going to be posting a little bit of a longer video here to show you some of the stuff that I found. So in the first 25 rolls, as suspected, I haven't found any W mint marks, no S mint marks, no silver, but that's okay because I did find these coins that I got out here in front of me. Let's start out here on the left, right? So these are all going to be some low mintage quarters. If you're familiar, in 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2012, there was an extremely lower mintage. Let me go ahead and show you guys here in the red book. If you look right here in 2010, 35 million, 34 million, so on and so forth. You come over here to 2012, you got some lower mintages, 20 million, 24 million, 22 million, 25 million. So compared to down here, 2013, 231 million. That's a tenth of the 10% of mintage in just 1 year difference. So anyways, I pull out those lower mintage coins because I'm thinking a little bit ahead here that down the road, those quarters are going to be harder to find, and people are going to like to fill their books up. And the way they do that is by buying coins that others have pulled out. So here's a 2012 El Yunque out of Philadelphia. And in the book I just showed you, there's only 25 million of these minted. It sounds like a lot, but in reality, it's not when you have 250 million of certain mint being produced just 1 year later. So a lot of these coins right here are just going to have some coin errors on them. Some of them are not going to be as valuable or sought after by collectors. But at the same token, I wanted to pull them out and just do a quick recap of what you can find while you're hunting. So this one's a 2018. This one has die chip up here at the top of the bird's feather. And we'll take a closer look at each one of these. I'll just do a quick overview right here. And then at the end, I'll put all these under the scope so I'm not moving my camera back and forth. This is going to be 2018. It's an Apostle Island coin. There's a pretty decent die chip right here at the boat area. And we'll take a look at that one as well. Next, I found all of these in these customer wrapped rolls. I found 2 of these crossing the Delaware. They have small die chips up here at the crown of the hat up here. And I found 2, 4, 6 of these. These are 2023 Maria Tall Chief, and they're notorious for having die chips up here at the top of her hair. Like I said, a lot of those aren't too valuable, but they're worth mentioning. Also along the way, I found these 3 different varieties. These are double dies, and we'll take a closer look under the camera as well. I just found one of these in the last box, box number 7, but this is box number 8, and this is a Fort McHenry 2013 out of Philadelphia, and this is WDDR005. It's going to have the heavy doubling underneath the window and the window pane and at the top of the building. And we'll look at those in depth here in a second. Here's going to be a 2023 Philadelphia. This is the Jovita Idar quarter. And on the front side of it, this is going to be WDDO002. So underneath her ear, there's a lot of doubling. Nope, under her ear and under her hair. She's got some hair on top of her ear, and that shows some pretty good doubling. And the last one is a 2015 New York Saratoga. And this coin, let me get this to focus for you guys. This coin shows some doubling inside the handle right there. Alrighty. Then I found 3 coins. These are the In God We Rust, Kansas 2005, weakly struck T that had, I think the die was over abraded or cleaned and it left a really weak T. So I found those 3 as well. This one is really, really weak, as to have removed the entire mint mark of Philadelphia. Pretty crazy. Oh, this is the New Hampshire. So the 2000 New Hampshire. This one does not even have a mint mark. So we'll look at that one a little bit more in depth. And the other 2 are the In God We Rust errors. And then the last 2 got 2 strike through errors. This one is a 2022. This Philadelphia. This is Sally Ride. It's going to have a strike through right here behind her ear. We'll do a comparison with the normal one so you guys can see it, because it's a little cluttered, but it's there. And then the last strike through error is going to be on this 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller. You can see some of the feeder finger marks right there across the tree. And then going here to the left-hand side is going to be some debris that it was struck through. All right, so now that I've explained those coins to you, let me take you guys over here to the telescope, to the microscope. All right, and we will start with this 2018 die chip from the Block Island. This is the one with the bird on it, right? And they've got the die chip up here in between the bird feathers on the top. Like I said, they're worth a little bit more than face value to the collector that wants to purchase those for their collection. This is the Apostle Island. This is the boat, right? So it's got the individual that's rowing the boat. And then right here, you'll see this large blob abnormality. That is a die chip right there. Also worth mentioning. Next are the Crossing the Delawares. Right here, you'll see that die chip. Some of these die chips get really big and they're very valuable if they go over here and take out the word E pluribus unum. I haven't found any of those. I found a couple that went up to the E, but found this one and this one as well. Just the early stages of that huge die chip. And then 6 different varieties of this Tall Chief coin. Right here you can see the die chip in her hair. So I found 6 of those bad boys. All right, let's go on to the varieties right here. These are the double dies. This is going to be the Fort McHenry. And you're going to go down here to the house. You can already start seeing the doubling right here along the edge of the building. And then you'll see it profoundly right here at the base of the windows and right there really well. That's all doubling. That's WDDR 005, a best of variety. And this is going to be the Jovita Idar WDDO on the front side of the coin, 002. And we're going to go over here and we'll see that doubling show up right here along the earlobe, the hairline, and a little bit on the earlobe down here. Not too much, more profound right here. Nice little variety right there. And the last variety is this Saratoga. This is going to be WDDR 008. So we come down here to the handle and you can see it just on the edge right there. Not too much, but enough that you can see it with the right magnification. All right, and we are down to, this is the New Hampshire coin. And on the front of it, this has the grease strike through where it takes out the entire mint mark. So you come down here to In God We Trust. It's fairly weak. The E and we is missing and the S and the T is very weak. And then down here, you're looking for the mint mark and it's not there because this coin was struck through some type of grease or something like that. So the rest of the letters and everything are pretty clear. No damage heavily circulated, but no other obvious damage to this coin, which leads me to believe that this is struck through grease. And here we go with that Kansas 2005 that I was talking about, the ungodly rust error that everybody likes to look for. You'll see ungodly, and the T is very lightly struck right there. So probably a filled letter, or the die was cleaned by a worker and took off that letter T. And here's the second one, same thing. The T is very weak, and collectors like that. All right, last two right here. These are the strike throughs. This is the Marsh Billings Rockefeller. Anytime you look for any type of strike through errors or something like that, sometimes they have these feeder finger marks right there. And those feeder finger marks right here are a telltale sign of some type of debris or something that was in the way while the coin was being struck. If you come over here to the left-hand side, it's very minimal, but there is debris there. And it has obscured the natural picture design that was supposed to be struck onto the coin. And the last strike through is going to be from this Sally Ride 2022 out of Philadelphia. It's on the obverse side. We go over here to her ear. All right, and you look right here behind her ear right here, you've got this obstruction that is not supposed to be there. All right, I told you at the beginning that we do a real quick comparison of another coin just to get a clearer picture. So pay attention right here to this part of the ear and how it comes across, how there's this obstruction right here on this quarter, but when you come over here to this one, there is no obstruction. It's clear, it's flush. So that obstruction right there is strike through error, and it's not supposed to be there. All right, so guys, that was a quick recap. It's been crazy hunt so far. This has been only 25 rolls. I've still got the other 25 to hunt back here. Didn't think I'd go through them all, but after I started finding all this miscellaneous stuff, I thought it'd be worth doing a quick midpoint video just to let you know that you don't always have to be looking for silver W's or S mint marks, because you never know what you'll find. If you like this type of information, I appreciate the thumbs up, the like, the subscribe, all that cool stuff. Anyways, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you once I complete this box with a final recap of box number 8. Have a good day.